Alright, I'm gonna just keep this all in one video, I guess, because I don't know. I think I can pull it off here. But the other thing that Kyle mentioned here is to do an analysis of the NFL season in my videos, and I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do one team per video because I think each team deserves time of its own, and for me to really go over it. And I'm gonna get on the Cleveland Browns website because they're my favorite team, so I'm gonna be biased, and I'm gonna go and talk about them first, and this should be interesting. All right. Well, the Browns this year are going to be really. It's going to be an interesting year. We've really changed a lot. We've changed the front office around. We hired Joe Banner to be our president. We got dumbfuck Mike Lombardi to be our general manager, who's had a terribly checkered past in the NFL as a general manager, but God knows what is going on there. And we have an owner whose company pretty much frauded people out of money, so I don't know. We have a quarterback in Brandon Weeden who we aren't really sure is our quarterback, and it's a problem again. And I really am so sick of playing the guessing game of is Brandon Weeden the guy? I want him to go out there this season. I want him to prove it, and really quickly too. I don't want this to take 3 games. I want it as soon as he possibly can. This needs to happen now. He's almost 30 years old, and he needs to just get on the field, and he needs to make better reads, and he needs to get comfortable out there and make comfortable throws in the pocket. I'm so sick of him having happy feet and making really poor reads, and it's should be interesting to see what he does this year. A lot of our success is gonna hinge on how he does this year. So, and then we have Trent Richardson, who's having injury issues again, and it's starting to really irritate me because I really want Trent to be this breakout back for us, and how high we drafted him, and I'm just hoping these injuries aren't going to hamper his success for the time being again, and I'm just a little concerned about his durability in the upcoming future. Our wide receiver course right now is awesome. Even though Josh Gordon is an idiot and got suspended for the first 2 games because of codeine, and he's been hanging out with the wrong crowd down in South Beach, Miami, so I'm a little concerned about that, and because of his checkered past with drugs, so I'm a little concerned because he gets caught a couple more times, he's out of the league. So, and he was such a big target for us as a rookie last year, so I hope he stays out of trouble. So if he stays healthy and he stays out of trouble after those first 2 games, I mean, we're gonna have him. We're gonna have Greg Little, the 3rd-year guy, and who's been making huge strides apparently in camp, and I'm really happy about that because I think the guy can be very talented. And we had Devone Best, who we picked up this year during the draft when we traded for him from Miami, and he's going to be a fantastic slot receiver. I think he's going to help everybody on this team so much more. Be like a go-to guy to move the chains when Weeden really needs a safety blanket, and I'm really looking forward to that. Travis Benjamin, the second year. Probably going to be, the 4th wide receiver, but it's going to be interesting to see how his production is this year. He's going to be the main kick returner and punt returner now because Josh Cribbs is gone and he's out of town. He's with Oakland now, so I think Travis is going to have a breakout year, and I think he's going to really surprise some people. And I think he's going to really, really, really be a factor this year for us. On trick plays, special teams, even as like a shotgun wide receiver, he's gonna really it's gonna be very interesting to see how he performs in the vertical offense that Norv Turner, our new offensive coordinator, is setting up, and our new coach Rob Chodzinski. Well, I'm hoping this coaching staff finally sticks because we really need consistency in this organization. We've been changing shit up for way too long now. Need to have one group of people. That's how the teams in the NFL that succeed, that's how they do it. That's how they've always done it. And we've never had that since we've come back in 99. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to be really good. I think we really have a great line, defensive line. We're really stacked. We're so much depth on the line, and Sheard is actually moving to linebacker now, but he's apparently been really good in camp at linebacker now, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, then we got I'm sorry, oh jeez, probably Billy Wynn's probably gonna end up moving to one of the end spots, which should be interesting. And we got Ottawa Rubin and Desmond Bryant and Phil Taylor in the middle, and that's going to be a really interesting combination. I really like that. Those guys in the middle there, we're going to really clog up some guys in our 3-4, I think, when we have those guys shuffling in and out. And I don't think we're just going to play 3-4. We're going to throw some different 4-3 looks, I'm sure, at guys, and nickel looks and some other really weird blitz packages that Ray Horton, our new defensive coordinator, is going to throw at guys, because he really wants to attack guys this year, which I'm really looking forward to. We got better at linebacker, and we got Paul Kruger from Baltimore, who's been a proven, sack guy. And a lot of guys said, he relied on sacks with the other guys on the Ravens doing a lot of the work for him and taking double teams. But I think the guy has natural pass rushing ability, so we'll see what happens. And then plus we got Mingo in the draft, and I think he's going to really turn some heads. I think he's going to, not an every down guy, I don't think right now, but I think he's going to really make some big plays out there this year. And in the middle, DeQuell Jackson's a rock. The dude's incredible. He's still great, and I think he's going to remain great there in the middle, so I have no concerns about DeQuell Jackson up there. And James Michael Johnson of the other inside linebacker. He was okay last year, so maybe he makes some strides this year. He's a good depth linebacker. And our secondary is interesting now. Joe Hayden's Joe Hayden. He's going to do what he does, and he's going to shut his the number one guy down, and that's Joe, and he's going to do that, which is awesome. The other corner spots are where it gets a little sketchy. I mean, we drafted this kid McFadden in the draft from I believe San Diego State. I think it was San Diego State. Was it San Jose State? I can't remember. It was one of those. But yeah, he's a short corner, which concerns me a little bit. But he apparently's got the ball skills, and he's got the defensive skills to compete with guys who are even bigger with him. But still a little concerning. But I think he can really do a good number two, and maybe even play slot corner here and there. That should be interesting. See how he does in one of those spots. Buster Skrine is awful. I mean, there's really no other words for Buster Skrine. He was terrible in the secondary last year. I really hope he's relegated to like a fourth corner spot. I don't know if he'll be able to hang. He really just drew so many penalties last year. It was terrible. Our safeties spot, this is where I'm really concerned this year. We're probably going to be starting Tayshaun Gibson and maybe Jamorris Slaughter, who we drafted. And that's really concerning to me. I mean, there's not much experience there. We don't have a lot of experience at the position. I'm a little concerned how we're going to do up the middle in the secondary. I mean, I'm going to look at the depth chart here because I'm going to look at the roster, and I'm going to take a gander at what we got for safety here. I mean, we also have Bonamosi, but I mean, he's another guy that he doesn't really strike fear into anybody as that type of guy. I mean, I like Tayshaun Gibson. I think he could be a pretty decent defensive back, but he's going to really have to step up this year, and he's going to really have to prove some people that he's a starting safety in this league. I don't know if he can do that. We also got Chris Owens, journeyman corner, and maybe he can go play safety. You don't know though. It's a crapshoot. And Trevin Wade is going to be a project still. I think. I don't know if he'll be. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about T.J. Ward, and I'm stupid. T.J. Ward is going to start at one of the safeties, but the other safety position is very, very questionable, and someone's going to have to come in and play another safety position sometimes if T.J. is not out there. So it's good to have multiple guys, and I don't think we have enough good depth on this team in that position. I mean, basically, I think that's about it, really. I mean, special teams is going to be weird. I mean, we got Shane Graham as a kicker now, and Shane's pretty good. You know, he's always proven to be a pretty decent kicker. So I'm going to miss Phil Dawson though. The punting this year is going to be a thing. I don't even know who. Spencer Lanning, he's a second-year punter, and we have him on the team, and we have also have T.J. Conley. I don't know who the heck's going to be the punter. I really don't know. It's going to be interesting. We've had some punting issues recently too. And then I already went over, I think Travis Benjamin's going to be excellent returning this year. So that's basically about it, I think.